From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mikey Tonko.
And I'm Kiri Rogers. 2 U.S. service members are dead, a third in critical condition after their vehicle crashed while they were patrolling the southern border in New Mexico.
This happened near Santa Teresa on Tuesday morning, 13 miles north of El Paso, Texas. A Defense Department task force said the cause of the crash is under investigation and has not yet released the names of the victims. The Pentagon has deployed thousands of troops to the border in recent months as part of President Trump's efforts to close the border to migrants.
Well, I don't know about you, but this hot wind really caught me by surprise.
It has been spring has sprung.
Absolutely. Abby, what can you tell us about the weather?
Hey, you guys are right. Let's look at that spring weather right now. As you can see, we have a clear shot of the A Mountain, the beautiful Oregon mountains, and there is a little bit of wind. As you can see, the tree branches are rustling here and there. And I don't know if it's the glare on the camera, the dust, but I would assume it's the dust. There is some dust in the air right now, but it's looking pretty nice. Now, the skies are sunny. The temperature is at 87 degrees. Winds going west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. Humidity 8%, dew point 19 degrees, and the barometer is at 29.91 inches. Now today we had a high of 91 degrees, an average of 79, and a low of 61 degrees. Taking it back to 1962, we had a record high of 90 degrees, and in 1972, just 10 years later, we had a record low of 33 degrees. We had no rain today, so that leaves our yearly precipitation at 0.05 inches. That's all I have. Let's take it back to the desk.
The population of unhoused people is growing in Las Cruces, and recently the City Council passed an ordinance that prohibits them from using shopping carts to carry their belongings.
But now bicyclists, artists, and the community have come together to create a solution. News 22's Abigail Salas has the story.
In this bike shop, wood is getting cut, bars are getting sawed, and screws are being drilled. All the noise is to create a cart.
People that get into their system that are homeless, that have all their belongings, they don't have a way to secure those belongings when they come to the municipal court. And as a result, sometimes they will skip their court dates, which just exacerbates their problems.
Donald was having discussions about creating a solution to this problem, and that's when Lauren Rosenberg comes in.
My husband, Bob Hepner, was a performance artist and a cyclist and an activist. He had cancer and he died in 2020.
And as a way to commemorate Bob, Lauren wanted to find the perfect project. And this bike shop is helping her do just that by combining art, social justice, and biking, and creating these carts right here.
And I had a lot of flops in terms of like pursuing what I thought would be his vision. And then I ran into Donald at an event and I was telling him about this, and he said, you know, I know we're doing things at the bike shop that would be interesting to Bob.
Lauren started funding the project, and she started to recruit artists who could turn these carts into pieces of art. She reached out to Tana and Raul, and when I talked to them, they explained that they were inspired by bees for this project after seeing wood scraps at the bike shop.
There's, different stages of a bee's life. A lot of these shapes that are on the cart right now kind of represent that pupa or larva.
Bees are a symbol of industry and production and sweetness. That I found that kind of a challenge because this issue is not a happy one. It's a necessary one.
Necessary for the unhoused, but also for the community.
Sometimes I think when people see folks pushing shopping carts or pulling carts, they have a judgment about that person, and maybe this will change the way they think about it.
This was also important to Bob, and Lauren is sure he would be interested in this project.
He really wanted to make the world a better place. So I felt like this project has to be something that would be really meaningful to him.
And meaningful it is. Abigail Salas, News 22.
Such a beautiful, important story, Abby. That was fantastic. Stay tuned. Abby will be back with your national forecast.
But first, researchers are taking New Mexico enchantment to a whole new level. More on that when News 22 continues.
Hello, Starshines! This month is the Lyrid meteor shower. Showers are named for the constellations on which they're found. So this week, let's look at the musical mini Lyra the Harp. Hit the skies any night this week, an hour after midnight. If you look east, you will see the stars of Lyra rising. Lyra's brightest star is Vega, a blue-white star 25 light years from Earth. The rest of Lyra's stars are pretty dim, so the later in the week you look, the later the moon will rise, which will help. If it's very dark, you may see a parallelogram just underneath Vega. That's Lyra. On April 22nd and 23rd, the Lyrid meteor shower will come from this part of the sky. The meteors are part of the tail of comet C-1861 Thatcher. Lyrids are usually average, but every now and then it shocks with hundreds of meteors, or Lyrid fireballs, which can cast shadows and leave behind smoke trails. So cool. Keep looking up.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Wednesday,
where news matters. Even though she was only 23 years old when she was killed 30 years ago, Selena has left an enduring legacy.
Yes, today in the NMSU Student Union Ballroom, the NMSU Latin American program sponsored Selena Day open mic. People danced to her hits, sang her songs, and read poetry they wrote about her. It was also about taking pride in the community. The Latin American program is sponsoring free Latin dances tomorrow at 6:30 at Pete's Patio. New Mexico is known for its chili, but a new variety called New Mexico Enchantment could spice up the industry in a whole new way.
Researchers have developed this chili to grow faster and be more resilient, all while bringing a unique look and flavor to the table. News 22's Karen Sanchez takes us to the chili pepper breeding and genetics program to find out how this innovation could impact farmers and consumers alike.
For generations, New Mexico has been the chili capital of the world, but a team at the Chili Pepper Breeding and Genetics Program has just developed a new variety called New Mexico Enchantment, a chili with a distinct orange color, strong heat, and faster grow process.
Very good color, and at the same time, the flavor is really good, and it's super hot.
But it's not just the color and flavor that set it apart. Researchers have used LED-like technology to speed up the grow process, tricking the plant into growing faster, a method called speed breeding.
This orange chili, it's called New Mexico Enchantment, and it's grown faster by using LED lights to trick the plant into thinking that it's getting more sun. This means quicker harvest and more chili for New Mexico farmers.
Orange color has an added value to growers and producers, and the flavor as well as the heat, higher heat and higher yield can help growers and producers increase their income.
This faster growing process could benefit farmers by making the chili more efficient to produce while still keeping the traditional flavor New Mexicans love.
Never seen orange salsa, right? So that's something else that if you're a restaurant owner or a salsa producer, you can grab that, specialty pepper, add it into your salsa mix, and you have something new now.
While New Mexico Enchantment is still in the research phase, it could soon become a staple in farms and markets, bringing a new look, new heat, and a faster way to grow chili in the land of enchantment. Karen Sanchez, News 22.
And with those warmer temperatures, Abigail is next with your national weather forecast.
Thanks, you guys. We're going to look at some severe weather that is coming to the Midwest, South, and Plains area of the U.S. As you can see on this map, the forecast pattern is this jet-like stream of air is pushing warm and humid air up, causing severe weather. Now to my next map. This is just going to show the rainfall forecast that's going to be happening from now through Monday in these areas. As you can see, Little Rock, Tulsa, and St. Louis are going to be some of the more affected areas, receiving 3 to 5 inches of rain to 2 to 3. And then these places out in the outskirts of it will receive less than 1 inch of rain through Monday. Now looking at my last map, this is a severe thunderstorm forecast. These areas also have tornado threats, And as you can see, possibly these thunderstorms will possibly hit places like Oklahoma City, St. Louis, Chicago, Detroit, Indianapolis, and then will possibly hit the surrounding areas. That's all I have for your national weather forecast. I will be back after the break with your local forecast.
It would be easy to describe this show as a show about things, but you learn a lot about what we are as people.
I love the road show. I've been wanting to come to the road show for years, and I got the opportunity to be here today, and I wasn't going to miss it for anything.
Across the country, at every stop we make, people make Antiques Roadshow possible.
It's not about the money. I think it's about the story. You know, we have things in our homes and they bring back memories for us.
And we know that Antiques Roadshow will find the interests and the history and the knowledge that we want preserved.
It's a wonderful experience, it really is, because you're not a number or an object, you are part of this roadshow family.
Call, text, or go online to give to this PBS station now.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at your local forecast. Right now, Farmington is at a nice 75 degrees, Albuquerque at 80, Clovis at 80 as well, Roswell 88, Ruidoso 71. Here in Las Cruces, we're seeing a nice 87 degrees, kind of hot, and Deming at 86 degrees as well. Now, tomorrow, Farmington will see a high of 70 degrees, Gallup 66 degrees, Santa Fe at 72, Clovis 90 degrees, Ruidoso 75, Roswell 95, and Las Cruces 89, and Deming 86 degrees. Now tonight, Alamogordo will see clear skies with a low of 62, and tomorrow they will have winds and a high of 88 degrees. Moving on to Truth or Consequences, they will have clear skies tonight with a low of 59 degrees and winds as well with a high of 85 degrees. Silver City, clear skies with a low of 47, and it looks like it's going to be windy all over New Mexico because they are going to see wind tomorrow as well with a high of 76 degrees. And here in Las Cruces tonight, we'll see a low of 61 degrees, clear skies tomorrow, high of 89, and winds as well. That's all I have. Let's take it back to the desk for more news.
Well, with our warmer temps, our golfers are having a ball.
Absolutely. Varvara Nikolaeva is next with sports.
Thank you, guys. Coming up in sports, the Aggies close out the Conference USA Golf Championship this weekend with a win. Don't go too far because News 22 Sports is next.
There is a rich story beyond the black and white. David Rubenstein and some of the nation's leading historians reveal the history makers who shaped the America we live in today.
This was a very tumultuous time for the American people.
History with David Rubenstein.
Sunday at 2 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
This season on Sarah's Weeknight Meals. Oh, we have a lot of adventures coming. I don't think I've ever had anything like this. That is gorgeous. Join me on Sarah's Weeknight Meals.
Monday at 2:30 on KRWG-Public Media.
On this season of Patty's Mexican Table, we are in the Yucatan Peninsula. ¡Qué rico! I'm gonna take all the things I learned here and put them to use in my kitchen so that you can use them too.
Thursday at 2:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
Welcome back. I'm Varvara Nikolaeva and let's talk sports. Emma Bunch leads Aggies to 5th Conference USA Championships. New Mexico State Women's Golf wrapped up the 2025 Conference USA Championships in 5th place after 3 days of play in St. Augustine, Florida. Sophomore Emma Bunch led the Aggies, tying for the first individually with a 6-under total before falling in a playoff. Her strong performance earned her a spot on the Conference USA All-Tournament team. The Aggies posted a team score of 892, and Bunch now awaits the NCAA selection show on April 23rd to see if she will move on to regionals. New Mexico State women's tennis dominated in Conference USA opening match. NMSU women's tennis team swept UTEP 4-0 at Liberty Tennis Complex this morning. The Aggies started strong, securing the doubles point, taking both matches quickly. The momentum carried into singles, where the team delivered 3 straight sets victories to shut the door on the Miners. With the victory, New Mexico State improved to 13-8 on the season and moved into the quarterfinals, where they will face number 1 seeded FIU on Thursday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Aggie softball is back on the road this weekend. NMSU softball team is making a 1,400-mile trip to Kentucky for a crucial Conference USA showdown. After earning their first ranked win in over 5 years, the Aggies look to keep the momentum going against Western Kentucky in a 3-game set. With postseason sitting on the line, New Mexico State's power-packed lineup, led by Desiree Spearman and Tamara Carranza, will aim to punch their ticket to the conference tournament. First pitch on this Thursday in Bowling Green. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Abigail will be back to take a look at your 5-day weather forecast.
My name is Jonathan Phillips. Join me on the journey of a lifetime as I explore one of history's greatest questions. How did the Christian faith move from its darkest early days to the moment when Constantine, master of the mighty Roman Empire, went on to be baptized himself? Come with me as I travel thousands of miles on the road from Christ to Constantine.
Sunday at 3:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
That is utterly remarkable.
Whales coming up!
Hold on.
This is huge. Here we go!
The more whales you have, the healthier the ocean is.
They're the biggest land animals that have ever existed.
The most special thing is going somewhere that nobody ever has before.
It's perfect.
Let's take a look at our top stories.
Researchers are developing a new variety of chile called the New Mexico Enchantment, and the community is coming together to create carts for homeless people who have no other way to carry their belongings.
Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, expect to see some winds with a high of 89, a low of 55. Winds as well on Friday with a high of 78, low of 52. Partly cloudy skies Saturday and Sunday with a high of 68 and a low of 38 on Saturday. Sunday, high of 75 with a low of 45. And on Monday, we will see sunny skies once again with a high of 84 and a low of 46.
And that's all for News 22 Wednesday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Tune in tomorrow night for more news. I'm Mikey Tonko.
And I'm Carrie Rogers, and from the whole news team, everybody, good night.